Hello, my name is Scott. I am, we're quoting the Trail Reaper. We're starting a new build. It's going to be the Reaper. It's going to be a Jeep LJ 2006. We're putting 1-ton axles on it, 42-inch tall tires, 16-inch travel coilovers. We're stretching the wheelbase to approximately 110, 112 inches, and putting an Atlas 4 transfer case in it. We'll be using this build to run trails all over the West Coast. We'll be starting in the Big Bear area and into Johnson Valley, Cougar Buttes, Calico, and then going up north and out to Utah and Moab. We will be documenting our trail runs and creating an informational trail run for those of you that are looking to go to a new area or run a new trail, never done it before. You can look us up, the Trail Reaper, on YouTube, and you can find trail breakdowns on all the trails that we run. It'll be filmed more linear. It'll tell a story. You'll see line options that we run through, and we'll give you a little tutorial on the trail, what size build we would recommend, you know, if you need lockers, what size tire minimum that you might need, and what you can kind of expect that you're getting yourself into. You can also look us up on Instagram, the Trail Reaper, Facebook, and we'll have a website up, thetrailreaper.com. You can find us there. We'll be starting all of our video footage with the build process. It's not going to get too in-depth on it, but we're going to show you what we can show you while it's being built, and then we'll get into the trail stuff. And so we're going to start with a little breakdown on how to mount a tire to a beadlock wheel. So our wheels we got from Fuel Off-Road. They are a Southern California based company, 100% made in America. We're trying to keep everything on our build 100% made in America, and at this point I don't think we've got anything that isn't. We just think it's a better product, and we like to keep it in-house. This is Fuel Off-Road's Anza wheel. It's a beadlock. Comes in a 17-inch wheel by 9. They can custom build it or mill it with any bolt pattern that you need or want. They also can do any paint. This happens to be powder coat. This is a candy red powder coat that they do. Leave it raw. They can pretty much make any color that you want and make it look really good. We saw these and were over the moon about them. Also, the detail work on everything they do, the milling is amazing, including, I don't know if you can see it, if you can see that little shimmer here on the edge, but they have these checkered, knurled on both sides all the way around, so it gets a really nice bite on the tire itself. So we were really excited about these. So that's what we're going to be using for a build, and then we'll be wrapping those with a new set of Pitbull tires. We got some tires from Pitbull. They are based on the East Coast. Don't see a ton of them out here yet. Starting to see a lot more, but that's why we wanted them. I've been wanting to try a set of these for quite some time. I've tried a lot of different tires and wanted something a little bit different. Heard a lot of really good things about them. They are a really stout tire. They've got proprietary rubber compound. I have no idea what's in it, but these knobs and lugs, they feel real nice and soft, but at the same time, everything I've seen, these things don't chunk. So really looking forward to that. I've had some tires chunk out pretty bad and wanted something that's going to be a little more durable but still have that stickiness to them. These also are siped very well. A bunch of siping on all the lugs here, so it should grab on the rock a lot better. These are 42-inch tall pit bulls. This is the rocker. They make several different tread patterns, but we went with the rocker on this. and I think it's by 15. I think it's 42 by 15, and it's also bias ply. Went with bias, you get a lot better tire deflection, much better for us rock crawlers, and it's a 10 ply all the way around. So it should be a really beefy, really strong, but good tire, compound tire. Can't wait to start testing these things out. So the first thing we're gonna do is, I'm gonna show you, we're gonna change the valve stems out on these valves because we're using tire beads instead of weights, perimeter weights to either stick on or clamp on. We're gonna run beads inside of it because these tires are pretty big, so it takes a lot of perimeter weight. And so they kind of automatically balance themselves through centrifugal force. So first things first, take your tool, pull the standard core out, and then this is the core that comes with the beads, and it keeps the beads from going up and jamming up into the core. So what I do is just drop those in with your little tool, just screw those in. You don't have to gorilla tight them in there. They've got a little gasket in there, so just a little bit, and there we go. And we'll slip these things into the wheel, and it's easier if you put a little bit of soap on there, and then you just pull them on through. So find the valve window goes into, push that through, and then they make tools for it. Don't have the tools to kind of thread in, so improvise. Use this ARB tire deflator that I can screw that onto it. There we go. Just give it a little tug. Go. Now you got your valve stem in there and you're ready to rock. Next step, we got to soak this bead because we got to get this part, this side, to slide it over and come down and sit on this side. So we got to soak this bad boy up and wrestle it over this front lip. So just use some soap. And squirt that on there. Soap on there. And then from there, then we're ready to wrestle. And this helps to have a friend. Just want to get it started. There we go. All right. Good. There we go. Okay. And next wheel, there's a little lip right inside of here that the tire sits into, and so we just got to get this bead kind of stretched around this little inner ring. It's key It's got to be sitting in there, because once you put that plate on there, if it's not sitting all the way down, then you'll get a leak. And so you just grab a hammer and beat your way around. Make sure to use a dead blow. Don't use a metal hammer. It will destroy your rim. Okay, next ring goes on. What I really like about these equipments too is that they're dished in right here, and the ring is completely recessed in that tire, so it'll be very well protected once this is all mounted up. So, get that ring lined up. And when you torque this down, you'll watch us do a star pattern. You got to do a star pattern and get everything sunken down evenly, and then after that, then you can start going around. But when you start, you got to start star pattern so it doesn't cross up and bind. And so you always got to, don't just hit your bead nuts with the impact. You'll end up blowing, snapping them, and or if the ring is too tight, the ring, when you start driving on them, will start popping them off. They'll start fracturing. So you always got to torque the bolts, and most wheel manufacturers I've seen are anywhere from like 18 to 20 pounds. So I'm not sure what fuel specifies. So we're doing it at 19 pounds, and so far no problems. So these are the tire beads. We got these from Easy. They are tiny little beads that are weights essentially. And so what we do is put these inside the tire loose, and through centrifugal force, they spin out to the unbalanced spaces in the tire and balance the tire through centrifugal force. So it's kind of neat. The trick is you have to get the right amount of weight. If you don't have enough weight in there, then it still won't balance your tires. So there are graphs, charts that you can look up online. That's how we looked up ours. It says 12 ounces for this, so we ordered 12-ounce bags. They come in all kinds of different size bags. And we're gonna pour them inside here. So I'm gonna wipe this soap down so it doesn't stick. See, we just pour them inside the tire. That's it. Right. So beads are in there, valve stem's in there. You gotta check, because once you pop this bead in there, so valve stem's in there, tire weights are in there, because then you'll have to undo everything you just did. And a 5-gallon bucket works really good to hold your tires up. They work really good because then gravity's just pulling on the backside of that tire and creates a seal. Even though it's loose, the tire is coming down and sitting on the underside of that wheel, and it will create its own seal. So gravity kind of works for you. You don't have to fight it. If you had it standing up, wouldn't happen. You'd have to put a strap around it or something like that. So get a 5-gallon bucket, works really, really good. And look at your tire manufacturer on the sides. It'll say max pressure, and it'll also give you a run pressure, max operating pressure. The warning label has a max pressure, and that's when you're seating the tire bead. So These actually seat pretty easy. Seem to be seating. There it is. Now we just fill them up to whatever pressure you want. Okay, so we're measuring the tires to see if they're true, or how close to true they are. Get that straight up and down, get that vertical, that. Where are we at there?
42.
42. So, turns out, looks like pit bulls are cased true to size, at least the rockers. So, that's awesome. Super stoked about that. Alright, so we got everything all mounted up. This is our finished product. I am extremely happy with what it ended up being. The fuel wheels look amazing in my opinion, and the tires also not only look amazing, but I think functionally they're going to be pretty incredible. From everything I've heard and read, I hope the video was informational for you guys, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram as The Trail Reaper, and you can also look online, thetrailreaper.com, and we'll be getting this video up on our new YouTube channel under The Trail Reaper. So follow us, follow the build, and when we start hitting the trails, follow the trails. Thanks.